In early December, many people in Aceh lost their lives, and I would like to express my deepest condolence for those who lost their life and their families. I really hope the region's economy will also recover and many people can go back to their normal life anytime soon. Hello everyone, I'm Ippei, Social Protection Program Manager at the ILO, and thank you very much for watching. Today I'd like to talk about the role of social insurance. In early December, all of us know Aceh was hit by unusually heavy rainfalls and flood and landslides lost a lot of people's lives. Not only life, but also their livelihood. So many people were affected in many ways. Many people lost their house. Many people lost their jobs. Many people are still waiting for the government supports. But what about BPJS Employment Program? What is the role of social insurance in the context of disaster response? If people are affected disaster in the workplace and unfortunately die, what kind of programs they can rely on? BPJS Employment have two programs, JKK, JKM. They could probably access to these programs and receive income replacement. If the accidents take place outside their working hours, BPJS Jaminan Pensiun programs have permanent disability benefits and also survivors benefit if their husbands and wife passed away outside the workplace. So these programs could potentially provide income replacement of injured workers or their families. If their companies and business infrastructures were completely destroyed by the flood and landslides, and the employers must decide to terminate their business, what can workers do? Workers there could potentially be dismissed by employers and they could potentially apply for JKP programs during a job search. All these programs aim to replace their regular income, so beneficiaries could potentially receive partial and temporary benefits. In the case of permanent disability, they should receive a permanent disability benefits, and survivors' benefits should be provided in a permanent basis in the context of international labor standard. In Indonesia, there are certain formulas. Some of the benefits are provided by lump sum, but in the future, these programs should improve and provide regular income until their contingency lasts. And finally, if workers and the people there do not have any entitlement to any of these schemes, they could potentially become eligible for social assistance program. Such programs usually require the government ad hoc decisions, and the government will select beneficiaries and then how much they could receive. So it generally takes longer period until beneficiaries can receive the benefits because the government may have to design the programs on an ad hoc basis and then they may think about the operational procedures. Generally speaking, social insurance programs can immediately respond whenever their beneficiaries are eligible for such benefits. So the beneficiaries themselves can take initiative and then submit application to receive benefits. And the government can additionally provide supports in the form of cash benefits through social assistance program or subsidies. And these programs may come to fill the gap between social insurance coverage gap. So these are the income replacement measures, very common across the world, and then also some of them are available in the context of Indonesia. Certainly, flood and landslide not only cause income loss, but also actually destroy their products and the infrastructure. What are the mechanisms available in these countries? People may experience a loss of a crop, loss of a car, loss of motorbike, loss of house. There should be another mechanism to provide compensation for such a loss. For example, crop insurance for farmers. Usually in other countries, these programs are managed by the Ministry of Agriculture. Car insurance, motorbike insurance can potentially cover such loss. Housing insurance, do we have that in Indonesia? And these programs can be managed by the public authority and then the contribution rates will be lower than the market rate usually. If these programs are not available for everyone, there may be the private insurance available on a voluntary basis. Usually, the contribution rates or premium settings is much higher for the private insurance and the lower benefit in private insurance compared to the public insurance schemes. So it is always good to have wider coverage in a public insurance mechanism in these programs. And also, one program cannot fit all needs. So we definitely need not only existing social insurance mechanisms, but also other types of insurance mechanisms. In addition, we can certainly have a private insurance mechanism if people need more benefits to meet their needs. So I would like to highlight that disaster response is not only the responsibility of the government, but also the responsibility of the social insurance fund and other insurance mechanisms. Insurance mechanisms can clearly present conditions when people can receive benefits and when people cannot receive benefits. So whenever people think they are eligible and they need such benefits, they can spontaneously claim the benefits. Social assistance or the government subsidy programs can fill the coverage gap of insurance mechanisms. However, in general, as long as I see, the people in Indonesia expect a larger role of the government to relieve the disaster risk. So there are pros and cons, and the financing mechanism is different one from the others. But we probably need to think about the best mechanism for Indonesia so that we can learn lessons from this catastrophic event in Aceh. So let's think about it.